press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hi students. So under quadrilaterals we are studying theorems on parallelograms. So far we have completed 6 theorems. So I will proceed with theorem number 7. Theorem 8.7 as per your textbook. So it is theorem 7. So statement of the theorem is, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, so this is the data part of the theorem, given statement. Then to be proved is, then it is a parallelogram. Then it is a parallelogram. So now, so as per the given statement, a quadrilateral is given wherein the diagonals bisect each other. So we have to have a diagram now. So a quadrilateral is given and its diagonals are bisecting each other. So this is the complete data. So A, B, C, D, if I call this as O, point of intersection of diagonals. So now, so what is given in this statement? So ABCD, if a diagonal of a quadrilateral, ABCD is a quadrilateral, ABCD a quadrilateral. ABCD a quadrilateral such that bisect each other, diagonals bisect each other. So in which AO is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. This is the given data. So the intersection point bisect AC diagonal as well as BD diagonal. So now, to prove what is to be proved? ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. So that means what is to be proved? That means we have to prove that AB is parallel to CD and BC parallel to AD. So AB parallel to CD and BC parallel to AD. So if we prove this, the opposite sides of a quadrilateral, two pairs of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are parallel, then we can say it is a parallelogram. Now, proof. Now observe here, let us compare these two triangles. So this is AOD triangle and this is BOC triangle. So consider triangle AOD and triangle BOC, AOD and BOC. So here in these two triangles, OA or AO, AO equals CO, so now OB equals OD, so AO equals, so these two triangles, this one and this one, so AO is equal to CO and BO equals DO. So this is a given data. So this is given because in the statement itself diagonals in a quadrilateral bisect each other. So therefore this is given data. I will write given and this is also given. So that is this side is equal to this side and this side is equal to this side. Now angle AOD will be equal to angle BOC. So A corresponding is C. So you write COB. So why they are equal? They are vertically opposite angles. So that is why they are equal. Now see, this angle is equal to this angle. See, one side, one angle and the other side of one triangle is equal to one side angle and the other side of the other triangle. So therefore we say SAS congruence. So therefore by SAS congruence, by SAS congruence rule, we can say these two triangles AOD and BOC, triangle AOD congruent to triangle BOC. Now, so when they are congruent, OCB, this angle. So therefore OCB, angle OCB will be equal to, so the corresponding angle is OAD. So that means this angle is equal to this angle. OCB equals OAD. OAD. So how we say this? This is by CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles, by CPCT. So observe the figure now. Since these two angles are equal, OCB and OAD, these two are equal, consider AC as the transversal. Consider AC as the transversal. When alternate interior angles are equal, we can say BC is equal to AD. So parallel to AD. So now I will write considering OCB, considering BC and AD, BC and AD, two lines, AC transversal, AC transversal. So when we consider these two lines AC as transversal, because OCB is equal to OAD. OCB is equal to this angle, is equal to this angle. Therefore BC parallel to AD. BC parallel to AD. Now, see, in these two triangles which are congruent, this angle is vertically opposite to this. So, therefore, these two are equal. Angle BCO or OCB is equal to this angle. So, the remaining angle is ADO or ODA. So, we have ODA. Angle ODA is also equal to, so this angle, this is equal to OBC. Because when two angles, one angle is equal to another angle and this angle is equal to this angle, when two angles of one triangle are equal to two angles of the other triangle, then the third angle will be equal. So therefore this is equal to this angle. So now if you consider lines AB and DC and DB as transversal, these two becomes interior alternate. So considering lines AB and CD, BD as transversal, since these two are interior alternate. So ODA and OBC are interior alternate and they are equal. So when they are equal, therefore we can say AB parallel to CD. So therefore AB parallel to CD. So here we proved BC parallel to AD. This is one, and here we have proved the opposite sides, AB parallel to CD. since the opposite sides are parallel, we can say it is a parallelogram. So therefore, I will write here since AB parallel to CD and BC parallel to AD proved we can say ABCD is a parallelogram. Hence proved. Hence the theorem is proved. Hence proved. So all these theorems, as you observe, based on the principles of congruence of triangles. So we have to carefully examine. So what is the given data in this and what is to be proved. Now, I will move with the next topic. Now, so I will take up some solved examples from your textbook. So example 1. You can see page number 141 of your textbook. Show that each angle of a rectangle is a right angle. Show that each angle of a rectangle is a right angle. So this is the problem. Now, as per the given statement, so that each angle of a rectangle, that means a rectangle is given, we have to have a rectangle diagram. So, ABCD is a rectangle. Now, to prove this, let us recall the definition of a rectangle. So, answer you have to proceed like this by definition. So before that I will give. So given, what is given? Given or data is rectangle ABCD. Rectangle ABCD, and this is given to prove angle A equals angle B equals angle C equals angle D equals 90 degree. This is what we have to prove. Now, proof. Actually, the proof is inbuilt in the definition itself. So, we will define rectangle as a parallelogram with one of the angle is 90 degree or one of the angle is right angle. So, by definition, a rectangle is a parallelogram with one of the angle is right angle. This is the definition of a rectangle. So therefore in rectangle ABCD, by definition let A equals 90 degree. So all this is given. Now we have to prove the remaining are also 90 degree. So this is 90 degree as per the definition, and we know that a rectangle is a special type of parallelogram, and in a rectangle the opposite sides are parallel. So we have AB parallel to CD. AB parallel to CD. So AB is parallel to CD. Consider AD transversal. So when you consider this as the transversal, these two triangles A and D, they become interior consecutive angles. So A plus D must be equal to 180 degree. So therefore angle A plus D is equal to 180 degree interior consecutive. Consecutive means on one side of the transversal and between two parallel lines. So that is interior consecutive. Interior consecutive. So therefore A is known, A is 90 degree plus D equals 180 degree. So therefore D equals 90 degree. 180 minus 90 is 90 degree. Now, so we have found out this is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. Now, we know that in a parallelogram, BC is also parallel to AD. So, we have BC, this vertical line parallel to AD. PC parallel to AD. Consider DC as the transversal. Consider DC transversal. DC transversal. So, when DC is the transversal and these two lines are parallel, D and C becomes interior consecutive. So, therefore, D plus C is equal to 180 degree, or D is 90, 90 plus C is equal to 180, and C equals 180 minus 90. So, therefore, C equals 90 degree. 90 degree. So, this is 90 degree. So, when this is 90, this is 90, this is 90, total 270. The angles, by angle sum property, all four must be equal to 360. Therefore, this is also 90. We can go likewise, or you can take these two are as interior consecutive by BC as transversal. So, likewise also you can calculate BC. So, we have, otherwise I will take A plus B plus C plus D is equal to, of course, angle A, angle B, angle C is 360 degree, 360 degree. A, B, C are, A, D, C are 90 each. 9 A plus B plus C is 90 and D is 90 is equal to 360. This is by angle sum property. Therefore, B equals 360 minus 270, B equals 90. So, A equals 90, B equals 90, C equals 90, D equals 90. Hence proved. Hence A equals, B equals, C equals, D equals 90 degree. Hence proved, you can write. Hence proved. Proved. Now, second problem, I will move on to the next example. Example 2. So, it states, show that the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular to each other. Show that the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular to each other. Now, we shall have the diagram of a rhombus. It is looking like a kite. I will change it. Now this is a rhombus. All four sides will be equal in this. Rhombus. So this is A, B, C, D. Rhombus. Remember the difference between rhombus and a kite. A kite will have so they will bisect at right angle, but midpoint of AC and midpoint of BD they will not bisect. So given ABCD a rhombus, the diagonals of a rhombus perpendicular to each other. So AC and BD are diagonals. To prove, so we have to prove that these angles are 90 degree. So perpendicular to each other. AC is perpendicular to BD. This is what we have to prove in this. To prove, you can say, if I call this as O, angle DOC is equal to 90 degree. So that means they intersect at right angles. This is what is to be proved. Now, proof. See, when a rhombus is given, we know that all the four sides are equal. So, ABCD is a rhombus. ABCD is a rhombus. So, ABCD is a rhombus. Therefore, AB equals BC equals CD equals DA. All four sides are equal. So, why these are equal? In a rhombus, all four sides are equal. That is by definition. I will write by definition. They are equal, and opposite are parallel also, because it is a parallelogram also. It is a special type of parallelogram. Now, see, let us compare these two triangles, this one and this one. So, AOD and COD. Consider triangle AOD and triangle COD. Let us consider these two triangles AOD and COD. So, in this AO equals AO, AO equals AO, it is common to both triangles, common, I will write common to both triangles. AD equals CD, AD equals CD. So, all sides are equal, it is by definition. Athwa you can write given. When it is given as rhombus, it is understood that they are equal, sides are equal. Now, see, BD is the diagonal, BD is the diagonal, AC is the diagonal. We know that in a diagonal, see here we have to prove that it is right angle, but we know the other property that they bisect each other. That means AO equals CO. AO equals, sorry, this one, this is AO equals, first one I will change this, sorry, common is OD. OD equals OD, common side, common to both triangles. AD equals AC, AD equals CD, sides, equal sides. So, given, you can write given. Now, this is equal to this is common, and AO equals CO. AO equals CO because in a rhombus, in a rhombus, diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals bisect. So, because they bisect each other, the half of this and AO and OC will be equal, and also DO will be equal to BO. So, in these two triangles AOD and COD, three sides, so this side is equal to this side, this is common side, and this slant side is equal to slant side. Three sides of one triangle are equal to three sides of the other triangle. So, therefore, by SSS congruence, we can say these two triangles AOD, triangle AOD congruent to triangle COD. So, therefore, we will write like this. Therefore, the corresponding angles are equal. So, OAD is equal to OCD, corresponding angles, and ADO is equal to CDO, that is corresponding angle. So, these two angles are equal, and these two remaining AOD is equal to COD. So, we have proved that these two angles are equal. Now, the next step is we have to prove that they are right angle. It is very simple. Now, consider line AC. OD as a ray. We have two linear pair angles, and their total is 180 degree, and we have proved that they are equal. So, therefore, each one will be 90 degree. That is how we have to conclude. So, therefore, I will take up here. So, consider line AC. Consider line AOC, you can write line AOC, OD line, OD ray standing on AC. So, therefore, AOD plus COD is equal to 180 degree, because linear pair. But we have proved that they are equal. So, therefore, 2 times AOD is equal to 180 degree, or AOD equals 90 degree. So, when AOD is 90 degree and COD is also 90 degree, hence we say are perpendicular to each other. That means the diagonals are perpendicular. That is what we have proved. Hence proved. So, how we are proceeding? I will brief it once again. You read this given statement carefully. Show that the diagonals of a rhombus, that means rhombus and what its properties are known to us, it is given, are perpendicular to each other. Only thing is we have to prove that they are perpendicular to each other, that is diagonals are perpendicular to each other. So, that is why we are comparing these two triangles. In these two triangles, the AD side is equal to CD because all four sides are equal. In a rhombus, this side is equal to this side. AO will be equal to OC because in a rhombus we know that the diagonals bisect. So, one diagonal will make the other diagonal into two equal to parts, and the alternate is also true. So, AC divides BD and BD divides AC into two equal parts. So, therefore, AO is equal to CO. This side is equal to this side, AO is equal to CO, DO is a common. So, therefore, we have come to the conclusion that by SSS congruence these two are equal. Therefore, these two angles are equal, these two angles are equal, and middle angles are equal. So, when they are equal, these two are equal, and at the same time they are linear pair. So, therefore, the total is 180 degree and one angle will be 90 degree. This is how we have come to the conclusion. So, I will take up the third example. Solid example, these are solid examples in your book. You can get the solution in the textbook also. Example 3. So, example 3, solid example in your book. ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB is equal to AC. Isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. So, an isosceles triangle is given. And this is given like this. Diagram is given like this. So, ABC is the given triangle. This is A, this is B, and this is C. And this point is D. This is, say, P. So, given in this, So let us understand the problem. ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB is equal to AC. So this side is equal to this side. AB equals AC. Remember, when AB is equal to AC, this angle will be equal to this angle. The angles opposite to the equal sides. This side opposite angle is this. This side opposite angle is this. These two will be equal. Therefore, angle ABC will be equal to BCA. So this is what is given. AD bisects in exterior angle PAC. So this is AD bisects PAC. You see here PAC is the exterior angle for the triangle ABC. This is the exterior angle, and this given data says AD bisects this angle. That means this angle is equal to this angle. So that data is given. So now given, what is given? Triangle ABC with AB equals AC. AB equals AC, and AD bisects PAC exterior angle PAC. So that is also given. And one more data is given. CD is parallel to AB. CD parallel to AB. So this entire data is given. What is to be proved? To prove or to show that DAC is equal to BCA. We have to show that DAC angle, this angle DAC is equal to BCA. BCA. So this is one proof we have to do, and therefore we have to show that ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. So these things we have to prove. Now proof. Now given AB equals AC. Observe here, AB equals AC. It is given. Now PAC equals, observe here, PAC is equal to, this is exterior angle, PAC is exterior angle. We know that exterior angle is equal to interior, sum of interior opposite angles. So PAC is equal to, interior opposite is ABC plus BCA or ACB I can write. So ABC, ACB, these two angles, ACB. So how we are writing this? Exterior angle is equal to sum of interior opposite angles. So based on that principle we have written this equation. But you observe ABC and ACB, these two are equal. So therefore this is ACB is also equal to ABC. So therefore PAC equals, since these two are equal, I will write 2 times ABC, and you call this equation as 1. Now, given PAC equals these two angles, PAC equals, say AD bisects PAC, means PAD plus DAC. So DAC plus DAP, because AD bisects these two are equal, so therefore we can say PAC equals 2 times DAC. See, these two are equal, so AD bisects PAC. So therefore they are equal, therefore it becomes 2 times DAC. Now you call this equation as 2. Now observe, PAC is equal to 2 times ABC in equation 1. In equation 2, PAC is equal to 2 times DAC. So equate the two from 1 and 2. Left hand side are equal, so therefore 2 times ABC. 2 times ABC is equal to 2 times DAC. 2 times DAC, or 2 and 2 get cancels, ABC equals DAC. So now observe the figure now. ABC is this angle, DAC is this angle, this one. So these two angles are equal. So ABC and DAC, observe these two angles. Note down. EAC is equal to 2 times ACB. So instead of ABC and ACB are one and the same. You take this as 2 times ACB. These two are same. Anyone you can take. So here I will change this. Sorry. So from 1 and 2 you can have like this. From 1 and 2. From 1 and 2 times ACB is equal to 2 times DAC. So ACB is equal to DAC. So 2 and 2 get cancelled. Now you observe here, ACB is this angle, DAC is this angle. So these two angles are equal. So these are alternate angles. If you consider AD and CD as two lines and AC as transversal, since these two angles are equal, we can say DC is parallel to AB. So since ACB is equal to DAC, so this we have proved considering DC and AD, DC and AD lines, AC transversal, ACB and DAC, ACB and DAC forms interior alternate angles. So therefore we can say CD is parallel to BA or AB. CD is parallel to BA. So it is given also AD BC is parallel to, see, with this we can say these two are parallel. This is the transversal. BC parallel to AD. So also we have CD parallel to AB. Also CD parallel to AB. So this is given data. So one pair is parallel, that is given. Other pair is parallel, we have proved. So therefore ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. So that is ABCD is a parallelogram, that we have to prove. DAC is equal to BCA. So this we have proved. DAC is equal to BCA. These two angles are equal, that we have proved, and we have shown that both the opposite sides are parallel. Therefore, it is a parallelogram. Hence, proved. So I will stop at this stage. Please note down these things. I will continue in the next class. Thank you, students.